Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. It's time for another Camo Dave rant. It is the 8th of November, 2020. We had the election on the 3rd, which was Tuesday, for the El Presidente de los Estados Unidos. And the results were inconsequential. Nobody knew who was going to win. Well, everybody was hoping their candidate would win. Hi, good morning, little Adam. And we didn't know. We didn't know on Tuesday. We didn't know on Wednesday. We didn't know on Thursday. We didn't know on Friday. And then finally on Saturday, they made enough calls of enough states so that we could, reliably assume that Mr. Biden is the winner. Mr. Trump says he's going to challenge it in court, and they're going to do some recounts. It was a very close election in the Electoral College. A lot of the states were very, very close, but as far as the political experts, they seem to think that Mr. Biden has won this thing. So, now how does that relate to the nomads? I do not get into politics on this channel. I really try to stay away from that because, if I take sides, 40% of the people are going to get mad at me. If I support Mr. Biden, the Trump people get mad at me. If I support Mr. Trump, the Biden people get mad at me. So, best, I'm trying to grow my channel and make it a nice place for everyone to come and say hi to each other. So I stay away from politics. But I'm going to discuss politics in a non-inflammatory way today. We've had a number of nomads, I'm not going to mention any specific names. I will not mention any names today, but you know who I'm talking about. People that have basically said, I want to wait until the results of the election before I make any decisions about my future plans, okay? We've had a number of nomads say that. We've had a number of nomads getting, home bases, and one of the reasons they're getting home bases, they have said in their channels, is because things are a little strange out there right now. Not only the pandemic, but we've had, a summer full of, various demonstrations in, lots of big cities around the United States, places especially like Portland, Oregon. We hear that mentioned a lot. All over the country. And people are, I think a lot of the nomads are very concerned about that. And a lot of them have said, we know they want to get home bases or someplace so they can kind of hunker down if things get bad. We've heard one nomad even use the term civil war, I personally don't think it's going to get like that. I don't think it will. This country's been through a hell of a lot in 200, 300 years of history, and I just don't think it's going to get that bad. But some of the nomads do think that, and so I hope the camera's not jiggling too much here. So we were seeing the nomads, and a lot of them have said, I want to wait to see how the election goes, and then I'm going to deal with that. When one nomad said, he doesn't want to go more than 500 miles away from his little shack that he built. He built a kind of a prepper shack there in New Mexico. And, and a couple of the other nomads are actually saying that they will go up into the mountains to get away from everything, fearing things are going to get bad. So now I think we need to put up or shut up. We're now at the point. And the other thing is, too, be honest with you, most of those nomads that said that are people that have dropped little hints or have not outright come out and say that they wanted Trump to win. They have said that, it's been very clear. Most of these nomads that have said that are white guys, solo white guys, So, I'm just saying. So the question now is, are they really going to do that? I have a feeling they won't. I have a feeling, okay, yeah, they may have their home base, they may have their shack, they may have their whatever, but they're going to still be out on the road. I don't think it's going to be that bad, I mean, we have this pandemic going on in the country right now, and to be honest with you, for a lot of the nomads, it really hasn't been that big of a deal. You know, I mean, yeah, they got to wear a mask. Yeah, you know, it's a different kind of a world, but we do see a lot of folks still traveling, you know? I mean, they're all over the place, you know? We had the Lollapalooza had a nice turnout. That was down in Texas a couple weeks ago. We had, you know, the whole Aja party, Aja Acres there, pandemonium. Everybody was partying and not really seemed to be worried about anything. And people just seem to be just more or less carrying on as usual, at least in the nomadic community, you know? Not even wearing masks half the time, you know? And, you know, hey, it's a free country. Do what you want, you know? But, you know, we did have quite a few of the nomads saying, oh, okay, the election, I gotta wait and see what happens, and then I'll decide what I'm gonna do, with a strong hint that they're gonna, you know, head for the hills. I don't know. You know, we'll have to wait and see. But I have a funny feeling. I don't think we're gonna just see them heading for their prepper shack and just hunkering down. You know, I don't know. I don't know, but that's what they said. A lot of them said that, and it's going to be very interesting to see if they put up or shut up. You know? Oh! I don't know. But anyway, yeah, we had the election, and, you know, as far as it looks right now, Mr. Trump has not won the election, and I do think a good number of the nomads that we do see, you know, that are, you know, supporters of his. You know, it's hard. People ask me that a lot. How do you gauge the politics of the people that watch your channel, or at least the nomads you cover, you know? And it's hard, I think, but I do think more of them probably lean to the right. I think that's just because there's a certain element of people that lean to the right that kind of are concerned about society. They're concerned about the issues out there, and they may be thinking that's a good thing to do, to be self-sufficient and to live in your vehicle and to get out and hunker down, so to speak, you know. Even if it isn't directly related to politics, it's, you know, things can happen. We could have a solar flare that knocks out the power. We could have more hurricanes than we normally get, like we're getting. You know, we could have an ice age come. I don't know. You know, there's a lot of different reasons why people are all upset about things, but we do see a lot of concern about that, and I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, you know, heading for the hills, are we going to see it? Are the nomads really going to do that? I doubt it. I really doubt it. I think that's just a lot of BS talk from some of them, but maybe some of them will, you know, and if they do, it might be very interesting to see that. And off-the-grid living, you know, that kind of thing too, where they're not dependent on power and water that's brought in from utilities and stuff like that. You know, I don't know. I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? You know, are they, the election is now pretty much over, I would think. Most people are saying now Mr. Biden is going to win, or has won. Is that going to affect what the nomads are going to be doing, especially in 2021? I don't know. What do you think? All right, folks, that's it. I'm going to keep it short today. Vlog under.